What's up, you guys? Welcome to the Grist Family Podcast, where we talk about friendships, love, Christ, and everything in between. My name is Kimra. This is my husband, Greg, and we are so happy that you guys joined us today to talk about friendships. So I hope you enjoy. Stay tuned.
All right, so friendships is the first one. So what do we got here? How to make friends?
Yeah.
How to make friends. I mean, this is a huge one because I think a lot of people don't even realize this can be a problem and it can be challenging. And so I'm here to, we're here to break that ice down and to remind you that yes, it can be challenging meeting people. And because I think we all deep down want to meet the right person, but we also don't want to be, a swipe left or swipe right type of person where, you're trying to kind of create your friend versus just becoming a good friend to somebody and then hopefully having a good friend in return.
Yeah.
So, how do you make friends?
Oh gosh. I make friends. I like to make friends by just talking to random people and, just getting to know them. That sounds so weird, but yeah, it's true. I just like to ask questions that are not surfacey questions because I'm just not a surfacey person. So asking, deeper questions like, where are you from? And then from there you can get a gist of who that person is, and then, get on a subject that y'all have the same common interest and, then, usually when I do have conversations like that, those people become good friends to me because we've had that, I guess it's an intimate conversation, versus just, how's the weather today? You like it here? Yeah, it's nice.
There's nothing wrong with the small talk.
But I get bored, so,
I mean,
I need more.
it is definitely small talk is definitely one of those things that it can definitely be, it's very shallow. And that, but again, it's there's nothing wrong with it. It's nothing inherently wrong with small talk.
No, yeah.
It's just that if you lean on small talk and it becomes if it's more of a repetitive nature to you, then you're going to come across as that person that all they do is small talk. They only know the weather and sports and things like that. And there's there's nothing wrong with that. And even if you have a small talk conversation, don't hear me right.
Yeah.
Don't hear me wrong. Don't hear me wrong. There's nothing wrong with small talk conversation. Small talk is really just having,
quick conversations
about general things that we all like and we all want to talk about and, inherently. But I think, when you're making, if you're here and you're still even listening to us, you probably either are curious to hear what we want to say or you really want to know how to make friends.
Yeah.
And we're just here to tell you that you should definitely want to go beyond the small talk because small talk serves a purpose. I do believe in the purpose of small talk, but it's very surfacey and it's very shallow. And again, there's nothing wrong with that.
And I guess I like to get to those levels because of my upbringing or whatever. I was military. So, for us, we lived in a place for 3 years and then we had to move to the next location, So for us, every moment of meeting new people was, we wanted to get to know them quick so that we could have a good friend, and stuff like that. So I think that's where maybe that stemmed from is that.
Oh, wow. The
battery.
All right. My bad, y'all. We back. Had the light go out.
But anywho. I was just saying, so me growing up like that, it was vital for us to be able to, meet people as quick as possible and get to that non-surfacey level just so that we can, have a friendship and have some normalcy, I guess.
The goal is to be able to it's not necessarily just to get to, but I know what you're saying. You're saying have deeper conversations because they imply something more meaningful.
Yeah.
And so we are supposed to get to that place, but the goal is just to connect with the person.
Yeah.
And I think when you are focused, well, I don't use the word focus, but when you care about connecting with somebody, you just inherently want to get to that next level. You want to have that deeper conversation with them. So, just be looking to connect with people and just meet people where they're at. Be the friend that you want to be for yourself. So whatever friend that you want for yourself, be that person to somebody else.
Absolutely. Yeah. Don't be afraid to, get out of your comfort zone, because sometimes I know I'm a shy person or whatever. So I don't talk much, but if I do talk, it's going to be on a deeper level because of that. So, me having to actually go and talk to people and ask them about, deeper conversation, that takes a lot out of me, but I know it will benefit me in the long run, because I'll get to meet good people, that will be friends forever, so.
Right.
So don't feel scared to get out of your comfort zone a little bit either.
Yeah.
So.
And the best thing to do is just acknowledge what you are not good at, or acknowledge the things that you want, and acknowledge where you're at and where you're not. And if you want to meet, if you just get to that place where you can say, just humble yourself. That's all I guess that's what I'm trying to say, is humble yourself and just say it. I'm not good at making friends. I'm not good in social interaction. So Lord, help me do that. Make that
pray
daily
for everything.
Prayer. Pray for everything. God is not, ain't no such thing. There's no such thing as a bad prayer. There is such thing as a prayer that won't get an answer.
Yeah.
That's a whole nother topic. Because God does things in according to his will.
Yeah, that's true. So
hear me when I say that. But, but just get to that place where you just humble yourself, dagnabbit. You know what I mean? Just,
in a nutshell.
Just humble yourself and just say it. I'm not good at making friends, so Lord, help me make friends.
Yeah.
And if you don't even know how to ask that, say, Lord, help me to ask you to make good friends. I'm serious.
For real.
We're laughing, but I'm dead serious. You have to get to a place that's so humble and so vulnerable with God that you have to literally ask him these very
simple,
seemingly
questions.
Mundane things, like, Lord, how do I love you?
Yeah.
How do I love myself?
Yeah. So
get to that place. Humble yourselves, dagnabbit. All right.
So what types of friends should we have?
Types of friends. Well, this is kind of a loaded potato.
That sounds good.
I knew you was going to go there with that. I knew you was going to go there. I knew you was going to think about food.
Well, you just said it. I like
loaded potato.
Loaded potatoes.
You like bacon and cheese.
Bacon and cheese, yeah.
Fully loaded potato. Them jobs from is it Applebee's? Or is it Longhorn? Types of friends. So, why? I mean, be the person that you want to, be a friend with. Be the friend that you want for your in return. But don't get caught up in the list and don't make this idea in your mind that you need to have a type of friend. You need to have the friend that has X,
this
Y, and
my
Z.
party friend.
Again, and that's another one. It's this is my party friend, and this is my
church friend.
This is my church friend. This is my I talk deep to this friend. This is my finance friend. I can talk to.
Yeah.
Stop doing that.
Don't categorize, yo.
I'm not stop doing that, because you never know what other people got in their back pocket. You never know. And the moment because you will literally box somebody in. And then they be the one that this dude, he don't know fun. He can't be in the fun. This is my finance friend, or this guy, he's my business friend.
Yeah.
Or this guy, he's my gamer friend. I can go play games with him.
Yeah.
Or I can go play basketball with this guy. You never know what the businessman might have. He might be a
able
nerd
to
and play games too. You never know. It's just kind of I guess what we're all trying to say is just it's about undressing all of those like notions about people. Just take all that off, man, because we're gonna get caught up in that, and it's gonna ruin what the you know, because everyone is a good friend. You know, God created all of us, so like, stop looking at it as like God created people for you, like created all.
So just like somebody told me about the therapist or whatever had said, they said don't put expectations on people and hold them at a high standard here when they didn't, and then when they don't meet that standard, you get disappointed because they didn't meet that standard. And so now you have a different perspective of that person, but it's not even fair for that person because they were not ever able to meet that standard in the first place.
Exactly.
So just meet people where they're at. Yeah. And now whatever standard you have for them is whatever they are, you know?
Yeah.
So
it just becomes very apparent when you don't have to like put people in a box. So stop doing that, y'all. Stop doing that. Don't put people in a box.
We don't want to be in boxes.
Yeah, we don't want
we want to be free.
We don't want to be in boxes. We want to be free.
Be free.
All right. Boundaries and friendships. This is another loaded potato. It's another loaded one because boundaries, you definitely need boundaries in both your male to male friends or your female to female friends and your male to female friends, the friendships, opposite sex or same sex friendships, you definitely need your boundaries. I think the same sex friendships, some of the boundaries are kind of obvious. Obviously, like with people who you don't connect with on a level where you guys have the same moral values, doesn't mean that person can't be your friend. It's just that you can be friendly towards them, and you should be friendly towards everyone. But you just kind of have to understand, and if they show some sort of growth or change in that department, then you can obviously confide in them. But don't confide in everybody about everything just because you could do more harm than good. And, I mean, you can recover from everything, but you can do more than harm than good, and some things are just unnecessary. So but when it comes to having a relationship with the opposite sex, I think you can certainly have a relationship with the opposite sex. You just have to have very clear boundaries, very, very defined boundaries, different from the relationship that you have with your homeboy or your homegirl or whatever. So, and it has to be defined because, even if you're attracted to that person, because let's face it, like, it's not like every friendship that you have with a person means that person you're not attracted to. I'm sure that would make it really easy for you because you don't have to ever think about you don't have to think about you looking at them like that, or but you need to be able to acknowledge that, okay, somebody's attractive, but that doesn't mean that I need to entertain it and take it to the next level beyond that, because I think Jesus made something pretty clear, and I love to lean on, there's a scripture where he heard what the Pharisees were thinking. He said, why do you entertain evil thoughts? But for me, that scripture has its own context. But what that told me in a very big way, is that we can entertain evil thoughts that are not our own and that are evil. And I just know that because why would he have said that to them? Why would he tell them? Why would he ask them? Why would you entertain that? So what that tells me as a human being, as a child of God, is that you can entertain thoughts that you don't have to. And that your thoughts are actually not your own. And that's a whole nother video. Your thoughts are not your own. That's why, God wants us to think on things, very specific things, and he lists things like lovely, things that are pure, things that are that's in the New Testament. Go find it. But don't entertain the idea that you, just because somebody's attractive, or that you, just based off your attraction towards them, you would date them, doesn't mean that you have to entertain the idea, because at the end of the day, if that idea continues to bother you, then you need to step away.
Yeah.
And that's a part of the boundaries. And that's actually the point that I'm getting at, is that there's a point where you need to acknowledge and say, you know what, I don't think I'm able to handle this right now. So I need to step away.
And I would say, sorry. Go ahead.
I'm going to finish my thought.
Yeah.
Once you do that, you can try to communicate with that person what you're trying to say. But if they don't understand that, then so be it. You have to do what's best for your soul.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, Jesus knows what you're going through, and he knows the challenges that you're facing, and he knows what you've now acknowledged to yourself. And if you're just not in that place, and that person is pressuring you in any kind of way, even if they're not coming on to you, even if they just want to be around you a lot, but they're not necessarily flirting with you or being with you,
but you can tell that they have
they want to be friends with you. They have an affection for you. Try to, flee from that, because that can turn bad.
And that's what I was gonna say. Like, I know for me, like when I used to date or whatever, before I met Greg or whatever, I would let the guys know that, like, hey, we're just friends. I just want to get to know you. I want to, know more about you and stuff like that. I'm not trying to date anybody, right now, but we'll just see where this, I wouldn't even say we'll see where this goes, because then that leads on too. But like, I would just make sure that they knew that this was a friendship thing. It wasn't like a date or anything like that, so that you can define what it is from the start.
Right.
And then, if it did flourish into something, then it did, then you have that discussion with that person or whatever, and tell them, hey, so, I've, whatever, I've been having these, not these thoughts, but
right. Yeah. You don't tell them all that now. Don't tell them all that now. Don't take them down the road. Don't take them down your mind. Like, they don't need to know all that.
But just having y'all know what I mean.
Yeah,
I'm just kidding. We'll just have a discussion with them. If you notice that person is, having the same fill-ins and stuff like that, then y'all can have a discussion and say, where's this,
And honestly, I think if that person has a little bit of, compassion or whatever you want to call it, they'll understand when you tell them. And it actually, interestingly enough, it may make them more attracted to you, but that's neither here or there.
Yeah.
But regardless, it should help them respect you.
Yeah.
And they'll respect hopefully they respect. And if they don't respect, then guess what? You just found your answer on whether or not you should be friends with that person.
And I know
if they don't respect you, then you continue to be friendly towards them, but you don't pursue or engage a friendship relationship with them. You don't even entertain that. You just be friendly with them when you cross paths with them. But don't, at that point, once they've shown disrespect, you can just you can say, you know what, then I'm not going to, there's nothing to nurture here now. So I will just be friendly, and I will, but I'm going to put my time elsewhere.
And I've had many situations where the guys did respect me, and they were like, okay, cool, or whatever, and then it was just like that. Well, and then I had some where they just didn't get the point, and for those you just gotta.
Some of y'all need to sit in the friend zone.
Just be honest. You let them off easy. I'm just kidding.
Some of y'all need to calm down and calm your feelings, because you calm your temptations. You get anxious, man. Talking to old me. Anyway,
knowing who you are enough to not be influenced.
Yeah. So to kind of wrap this thing up, just know who you are not to be influenced. This basically just
what I said.
Echoed what. Yeah, this just kind of ties everything we just said. Don't be influenced. follow your convictions, and if you're not sure if it's a conviction or not, just step away.
Mm-hmm.
If it, it's always easier to always play on the side of caution, because God, he advises us to flee from temptation. So why would you, if you're not even certain something is tempting you, why would you even go down the rabbit hole of wondering if it's tempting you or not? So just go the other way. You know what I mean? Like, and don't ever let anybody's opinion about your decisions in doing so make you feel anything, because at the end of the day, you only have one. There's only one God you serve, and it's not the person you're trying to be friends with. It's the man upstairs. So,
which he's really not upstairs. He's in our heart.
Yeah.
That's a nugget y'all take home.
No. Is that it?
Yeah, that's it.
All right. Well, hey guys, we appreciate you guys spending time with us. If you made it this far, please consider giving us a like and subscribing to us. We're gonna just have a lot of more living room conversations. Just
and comment. And comment.
Oh yeah, comment. Yeah,
comment.
we will literally engage. Both Kimber and I will definitely engage with you.
Yeah.
In the comments.
Yeah.
But what's funny, because we started over there, or we started on the couch, and then we didn't really like the couch look. So we're hoping that this works. I was actually gonna say something else, I forgot it. And so. We love you, and we'll see you in the next video.